Hey everybody, this is Robbie, and it's time to play a new DDLC mod called Walking Doki. And can take a guess what it's inspired by. It's The Walking Dead. It has its own little computer icon and everything, and oh, its own little startup screen. So, inspired by Telltale Games, not affiliated with Team Salvato. The true soldier fights not because he hates what's in front of him, but because he loves what's behind him. Wow, wow, what a way to put up a Discord file. You got skip on some text after choices window. Save files. Oh, we've only got 4. Alright, so, Chapter 1, Unknown World. With the rise of a red sun, the dead walk the earth. Robbie has spent his life without purpose, but what will he do, struggling for survival? And there's no other chapters out yet. Oh, we got a hardcore DDLC theme for this one. Everybody in shadows as they walk through this apocalypse. Got a nice bit of atmosphere already. Misty Tom presents. Misty Tom, okay. The Walking Doki Literature Club. I guess the second Doki would have... Oh, okay! A shot to the head sends the zombie flying to the ground. It twitches. It stops. And as MC holding a gun is not what I expected to see on from a DDLC thing, but then again, this is called Walking Doki. What else are they gonna use? Wiping the sweat off my hands, I withdraw the pistol and look at the rotting husk. Splayed across the concrete, a bullet hole finds its familiar path between the two pitifully half-closed eyes. Since when can you shoot so well? The pink-haired girl leans against the dirtied streetlight. Well, looks like you aren't completely useless. Thomas laughs. His eyes suddenly dart across the street, still weary of her very open position in the street. Ah, Thomas, I haven't seen you before. Your sprite looks pretty good. Honestly. Ooh, a hardcore shirt. The 5-finger death punch. Or the 5 FDP for short, I guess. Nice. She scoffs. What? Okay, okay. You know what, I think that was the right choice. I shouldn't be like, Natsuki, quit being an ass. Because she didn't even really do anything. Like, she just asked a question and scoffed. She didn't even really do anything, and I guess thanking Thomas for the compliment wouldn't have been bad, but neutral. Also, more information about our main character, so that's good. My dad liked guns, so when I was 13, I stumbled into his office and decided to ask him about it. He was kind of surprised, but asked if I wanted to try it out. That young? That doesn't seem dangerous. I used an air gun for practice, of course. Once I was better, I got my hands on a real gun. An M1911. Legality aside, what type of parent lets their kid go around shooting actual firearms? Well, I mean, I'm sure they were in a safe environment. And doesn't seem to matter too much at this... That had no tone! What the hell? Doesn't seem to matter too much at this point. And besides, Robbie's turned out just fine. Yeah, for sure. What was that? I guess the game was saving? I can't access the save file, so I guess we don't know. Then again, I think the way the logo was, it probably did. The lifeless body, a piercing smell of rot, the deep red sprayed across the sidewalk. Glassy gray eyes locked in on mine. How do things turn out like this? Let's just focus on what's here in front of us, Robbie. We could get answers some other day. He sighs. And even if we don't, I'm sure we'll live just fine. Sentence is said before disaster. It's not like it's the end of the world or something. Ass. Okay. Come on, we need to get out of here before more brain deads come after us. With that, Thomas heads to the nearby cars. He turns to leave. That might not be the best time, but I have to make sure. I need to know what she's thinking. Not? Yeah? What? I don't want to lose you. Do you think things will go back to normal in the future? I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse. Pretty sure there won't be any normal to really go back to, but we could try. Things can go back to normal. She closes her eyes, remembering what's happened. Looking back at me, her brows furrow. Dude, you serious? Sorry, just forget I said anything. Wait. Here's how I think of it. Even though my dad was a real piece of shit, he taught me to hope for the best, but expect the worst. No idea what that means, but still. Robbie, of course things will go back to normal. Look around you, you dumb fuck. Jeez, dude. But that doesn't mean we just give up. Like, jeez, that's a bit harsh. So let's just try our best. We'll never know what's waiting until we get there, right? So we're good, yeah? I give off a weak smile. She joins the others. Oh, there are others. Then again, there is the literature club. This is called Walking Doki Literature Club, so I guess the rest of the literature club are somewhere. Looking down at the dead body, I make sure it'll stay that way. No movement. Good. I turn to the others. Let's get out of here. Alright. 3 weeks earlier. So I guess we will find out how this started. Hey, wait! God damn it, how did the time pass by so fast? I don't know, I think that's what 3 weeks later you was asking. Except, like, how did time pass by so fast? Just 3 weeks ago everything was normal, but now it's like this. It felt so fast. Which I can't really blame them for. The small bus disappears behind the horizon. If I run fast enough, I should be able to make it to school on time. Great, they're looking at me funny. What, the people? I mean, I guess you are running pretty fast. Having grabbed the attention of the entire street with my shouting, what did you even shout? Oh, that. Seems like a pretty... Like, I think everybody else would be like, no, wait! If they were late, and they're looking at you weird. Hey! Sarah? She waves from a distance. I suppose I'll have to catch up to her. Quick and shallow breaths punctuate my speech. Sayori, can you wait a minute, please? I don't know how normal people do it. Wake up, I mean, eat breakfast at regular times, running and general exercise. You know, normal people things. Robbie, you know I was by your house earlier to see if you was still there. I looked up to see Sari's concerned gaze. I show her an unconvincing smile. I overslept. I must have missed it. Sorry. Oh, alright. Were you staying up late playing video games again? Does silence say more? Up silence, I guess, and we can't go back and change it, so... I don't think it really matters much. She'd inevitably come to the same conclusion that we probably were. Look, but Sari sighs. You know it's unhealthy to play video games all night, right? Sari, I'm sorry, okay? She looks at me for a while. She closes her eyes. I've already told you, but I want to make sure that you don't become a NEET in college, you know? It really doesn't suit you. Sarah, you don't need to worry. I've been taking care of myself. I have friends at the literature club, and I'm going out more, taking things in, actually talking to people. You know, thanks to you. So don't worry, alright? It's been years since... You know... What? Since your friendship broke up? I guess that's what we're talking about. You know, considering that, you know, they only recently reconnected. Things are different now. Alright. Sufficiently satisfied with my answer, Sayori allows herself to smile. I guess all that's left to worry about is what lies ahead of us. 6 hours of top quality education. We make our way to the school side by side, sharing a comfortable silence. I wonder what MC will be like 3 weeks later, like, I remember those days. If only we could go back to when we were just bored by the school system instead of fighting for our lives every day. Like, I'm just imagining his thought process while reminiscing about all this. With the non-stop droning of a teacher trying to explain a lengthy biology lesson, I try my best to pretend to listen. My head solely supported by my hands and my eyelids forced open, I vaguely process the ramblings of an underpaid, middle-aged man. Brains are composed of 2 types of cells, neurons and glial cells. Glial cells are generalized cells ready to perform critical functions. Functions like structural support, metabolic support, insulation, and the teacher starts calling. I don't have to do that myself. Most of the students don't seem to care. Their heads either glued to their textbooks or to their desks. What was he saying? Insulation and guidance of develop. And then he was probably going to say he meant before he went. So, you know. Excuse me. He takes out a handkerchief and starts coughing into it. He stops and wipes his nose. His handkerchief is speckled with red. Huh? I'm sorry about that, class. Let's continue. Where was I? That's kind of concerning. I look around to see if anybody's noticed, and it doesn't seem they have. So if you look here, I hope you'll be okay. Something tells me he won't, unfortunately. Robbie? Oh, I thought... New literature club themes. That's nice. Robbie? Sari taps my shoulder. Yeah? Can you help me with something? What is it this time? Money? Food? I probably shouldn't say that, though. With what? Well, you know, Natsuki's birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I wanted to prepare a present. Oh, that must be a good way to celebrate the birthday. Happy birthday! There's a zombie apocalypse, and we need to get out of here, now! Like, what a way to celebrate a birthday. Unless it's a make-do with what we have type thing. I've underestimated her. But I thought Natsuki's birthday was almost a month away. That's not coming up anytime soon, though, right? Always better to be early than late. I can hear Saria's mother scolding me, saying the exact same thing. I chuckle at the thought, with a smile that doesn't really match the quality of the rest of the sprite, but then again, I can't really blame the mod itself for it. This is all pretty high effort. Yeah, you're right about that. You know, more custom expressions. I think they use the mod posing tool. You know, you got a new sprite and Thomas. We really don't need a repeat of Sari's 5th birthday party. So what do you need my help for? Since you guys like the same things, I thought... I thought you would know what she might want. Well, let's see. You know what, I think that'd be a better choice. Asking. Because it seems that, like, MC and Natsuki are pretty close, so this could help with that. Eh, sure, why not? I'll go ask her. Make sure not to ruin the surprise. God damn it, Monica. Again? Natsuki tries her best to reach the impossibly high box of manga. You need any help? I think. Yo, hey! There's quite a bit of choices. Although, then again, this is reminiscent of a Telltale game, so of course there would be. It's interesting to see timed choices in a DDLC mod. That's new. Anyway, yeah, this is The Walking Doki. So, we're in a flashback 3 weeks ago to before everything went to just apocalypse times. So, you know, I guess we're seeing more build-up. Any help? No. I can do it on my own just fine, thanks. Just taking a quick break. Alright, good call. She jumps on a chair, but quickly realizes the futility of the situation. How'd she even get it up there? I guess this is a new spot. Maybe she used the chair too? Seems to be likely. What do you want anyway? Well, do you read anything else other than Parfait Girls? I'm looking for something new that's not absolute garbage. Good work there. Whoa, okay. There's also animation, so that's cool. I thought that would, like, just the way the sentences were, I thought for a second that you accidentally implied, like, I'm looking for something new that's not absolute garbage. Like Parfait Girls, which I just mentioned, so of course that could be a correlating thing, but I guess not. I thought that's what it was leading to. Good thing it didn't. She grabs a book from an old box on one of the lower shelves. This one I really enjoy. Looking it over fondly, Natsuki wipes off the dust accumulated on its monochromatic cover. It features what seems to be a young boy and girl wrapped by various flags. That's hungry, desperate, dirty. Oh, okay. Mud caked on their small faces. And yellow text, lion's heart. What's it about? So there's these two twins, right? A brother and sister. They're living with their uncle's family because back at home there's a war going on. But one day bombs start dropping from the sky and they have to start moving. So yeah, it's like one of those war stories. It's pretty cool, so I check it out. Huh. I wouldn't expect Natsuki to have liked something like this. Well, that's the benefit of asking then. You find out new things. Things. I think I made the right choice there. I honestly didn't even know they sold this kind of stuff. Oh, that seems pretty interesting. What do you like about it? Why would that be boring? What? Like, yeah, these two people in a war-torn place. Seeing it all the time in TV shows and movies. I doubt it's gonna do anything different or anything. Like, no? That actually sounds like an interesting premise. The writing is pretty good, and the art is amazing. It's like this nice mix of realism and that old manga look, you know? The only thing that bugs me are some of the brothers' decisions. They're so damn stupid. I mean, if you say the writing's good, it has a reason, yeah? What? I mean, sure, he's well written, but spoilers, just read the damn thing. It's really interesting. Some parts it's even better than Parfait Girls. Parfait Girls is better overall, but this might be a close second. I guess this is good enough. I'll just let Sayori know. Nice talking to you. I'll check it out. See you in a bit. Hey, wait. What's up? She sighs. I've just been noticing some really weird things today, that's all. Weird how? Bunch of people looking like they've caught something. It's always worrying, and there was one more thing. Do you know Amy? No, but no, I mean, I guess from your poem, she seems to like spiders. We should ask about that. Not really, but the name rings a bell. She's the one who likes... Exactly the thing I was talking about. Yeah, she's my friend. I'm just worried. She's your friend in this universe. Wonder how she reacted to the poem, you know? Like she got its meaning, or she was like, what the hell, dude? And it's like, no, it means this, or something. But then again, if she's your friend, she probably got the meaning. She was coughing blood earlier. Blood? Why do you look like... I don't know. Yeah, I gave her a tissue and after a while it stopped. But coughing blood? That can't be good. What, you look like you something up? Wow, what a conclusion to come to. I mean, like, conclusion, just a weird as hell analogy. Tell her the truth? Why wouldn't I tell her the truth? What? Why would I lie? This seems like vital information to know in advance. You know, something happened to the biology teacher. Could there be a correlation? We need to figure this out. Why wouldn't I tell her that? Like, if I don't... Like... Feels like a weird thing to keep secret if she's also talking about similar things. Things that happened, you know? Like what would be the logic there? Something similar happened to my biology teacher. Really? Yeah. You think something's going on? Seems likely. Is it flu season? Come on, it's probably not that. By the looks of it, it might be some sort of virus or infection. Maybe something else entirely? Either way, I don't like it. Just try to stay safe, okay? I try to give her a reassuring smile. I'll see you in a bit. Hey! Dummy! Can you grab parfait girls from the shelf? I thought you didn't want help. Yeah, so what? I guess you want to read with him? Sure. Great, go. Okay. Top shelf. Standing atop a chair with my arms fully extended only gets me 3/4 of the way. Seriously, how did Monica manage to put it up there? Yeah, that's what I want to know. I guess I'll have to jump. And rather than not break my neck today. Ah! Frick! Damn it! I almost had it. Could you get this done sometime next week? Yeah. Hey, Natsuki? What? Do you want to read Lion's Heart together? It's not coming down? Yeah, oh, we don't get a second chance? Oh, okay then. You know what? If Parfait Girls is something that we've read all the time in these months, it'll be nice to read something different. Yeah, fine. Ah, what the fuck? Why did that happen? What? Pen, poem, and done. I smiled to myself. Not bad. Well, good enough at the very least. Actually, what the hell am I even saying here? It's fine. Ready to go, Robbie? Yeah, let me just pack up, Sayori. Alright, let's go. Natsuki doesn't look too good. Her friend Amy. I hope she's okay. I try to wave at her to little success. I'll check in with her tomorrow. The wind blows cold against my face. Side by side, Sayori and I walk a familiar street. Just imagine it, Robbie, a big, beautiful, delicious cake. How could you say no to something like that? What? You're right, who wouldn't? Oh, the phrasing was off, never mind. See, it's a great idea. It'd be pink and good and really, really cute, just like Natsuki. She stretches out her arms as wide as she can, trying to capture the enormity of the Natsuki cake. You seem to be planning a lot for Natsuki's birthday, you know that? She's gonna be 18, it's a big milestone. Well, I won't argue with that. That streak of silence. A question pops into my head. Sayori, what would you want for your birthday? Well, I'd want to have fun on my birthday. I suppose that makes sense. I would have preferred an actual answer, but that makes sense. Okay. An old man with a scruffy beard stands in front of a store. I guess is that like a beetle hospital or something? What's with... And what is this? I guess this is a yoga place. And this store is abandoned. Shards of glass litter the ground, spread around the sidewalk's periphery. The old man bends down and looks over a dirty glass piece. What happened here? Both Sarah and I look at each other. Through the window, the plastic shelves have been toppled. It was fun while it lasted, that's for sure. Well, I don't want to go into assumptions, so... what happened? Just some hooligans being a pain. Ah, you know what? Never mind. The man sighs. I'll have to deal with this eventually. Not today. Well, I'll be off. The man looks at us both and smiles. You don't need an old fart boring you with his problems. Jokes aside, be careful. There's been a lot of crazies out around here as of late. It's not on the news, but I've heard there have been one too many missing people reports. Eric's grandkids, whoever he is. Zoe. Okay, she definitely sounds important. He sighs. You two have a nice day. He turns around and walks off. Hey. What's up with that? Huh? What'd you say? I just asked. Look, I'm sure it's not anything too important. Come on, let's get going. Let's at least try to get some homework done today, you know? For it'll be the last time. There's a lot of this stuff. I heard you were failing math. Robbie? Yeah, I know. What should we do? We do what we've always been doing. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, sir, but something like this is out of our hands. We pretty much live next to each other. If anything happens, we can think about it then. Yeah, sure. There've been one too many coincidences happening. You're right. She takes a deep breath in and walks forward. Taking one last look at the battered store, I make sure she's far ahead and collect myself. Waking up to a splitting headache. Maybe Sarah was right. Seconds tick away and I just lay staring at the ceiling. The faded color ceiling. What happened to the room? Thinking. Move. Come on, move. I promise Sarah I will. I don't want to. I know it's been a long time. Things weren't like they were before. I still can't help but think if she's still... I fall out of bed. Fuck. I sigh. No point in laying around now. Let's go. The sky, it's... I quickly put on my uniform and head out for the day. I look down at my phone. The hell happened here? Unread notifications. Sayori. She'd been calling 10 minutes ago. I'll have to apologize later. Looking at the time, she's probably gone ahead of me. I'll just have to catch her after school. No! No! Okay! I guess after school's happening right now, considering there seems to be no school left. Distant screams. Wait, a man, his clothes are torn and his mouth bloodied. Not just that, his chest, his arms. What the hell is wrong with that guy? Oh, God! Sayori! I rush over and push the student to the ground. Whew. He almost manages to grab me. I need to push him back. I ran my shoulder into his chest. Oh. Q. I'm pressing. Again. Okay. Quick time events. I think I just barely managed to stop him. I punched my opponent, distracting him. This would be a weird time for you to hit that quick. I just realized. Like, be right back. Enjoy the screams. So, that's not what it's gonna happen. Run! I grabbed him. Wait, what about the others? Suri and Station. They're here? Why are they here? I can't leave them behind. Okay. I anxiously scan the area, my heart hammering against my chest. Just start running. I'll go get them. Stay far away from those freaks and don't stop running. Run to your house. I'll catch up to you, alright? Okay. You'll be okay. Go! I'll figure it out. Oh my God. Yeah, it is an absolute mess in here. What the hell? I need to focus. Focus. Where could they be? Without thinking, I charged towards the club room, hoping that the others might be there. 3 lying on the ground. Check their faces. I have to keep running. Are they club members? Probably not. We haven't heard Yuri or Monica speak for the entire mod. Are they dead? So much blood everywhere. I need to find them. Monica, Natsuki, Yuri. Oh, they're still alive. Oh, and I guess that's Amy, potentially. And 2 more unwelcome faces. Shit. I push the red-haired girl. She falls to the ground. More. Hey! Okay. Q. Come on, and... I pressed Q! It's too strong. I kept pressing Q! What the fuck happened? Viciously he tries to bite at my neck. Come on! Did I do it? No. Why? Couldn't I be stronger? I don't know! I kept pressing Q as fast as I could! Like, what the fuck? Is this it? Sorry, I promised. She's waiting for me. I can't give up. But my arms are giving way. He's on the ground. It's on the ground. I open my eyes. I look up. Who the hell are you? I see a guy now staring at the dead body. Then he looks at me. Get up, you lazy ass! I look at the girls. He's holding a knife? Chromatic butterfly knife. What the fuck do you mean lazy? Hey, Don't know if you saw, he was literally fighting for his life. You know what? Never mind. Chromatic butterfly knife stained with red contrasts his rough black hair, and this is pretty interesting. We get to see him looking at everything else. There's so much effort put into this. Where have I seen these two? Black hair extends his hand. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. How are the others? Are you? They seem fine. Let's go. Hold on, who the hell are you? More students appear from behind the corner. I'll tell you later. We have to go. A deep, commanding voice that is everything but commanding. He's putting on a brave face and his voice is shaking. Holy crap, yeah. But now isn't a time for hesitations. Come on, Sarah's waiting for us. Scanning through our options, we run towards the stairwell. Stick together! That's the first line you've said. Will you be able to get some in? We're finally out. A little ways away from the front of the school is a lot better than the inside. It's more cleared out than it had been earlier. We hide behind foliage, catching our breaths. I knew this was coming, and you didn't believe me. What? When the hell did I say that? Yeah, whatever. That's not an answer! That is not an answer! When the hell did I say that? Yeah, whatever. You do you, okay? That doesn't answer the question. No, that says plenty. No, it doesn't. My eyes widen at this. From the distance, I see Sarah running towards us. I thought I told her to run. Hey, God, I thought I lost you guys. Sarah looks at our two new friends. Hey, Robbie, who are they? I think introductions can wait. Let's just get out of here. We're still out in the open. It's probably a good idea to relocate. We slow down, assuring ourselves that we haven't been followed by any unsavory characters. Jesus. We try to catch our breaths. We're in an unfamiliar neighborhood. Lines of homes, open doors ajar. Community cookout? Or maybe the former residents just left in a hurry. Yeah, I think it's probably the latter, considering the state of the school. Like, what, it's like, it may be the zombie apocalypse, but I'm gonna get these burgers grilled, damn it! Like, I don't think anyone's going for a cookout. Yeah, like I said, definitely the latter. Alright, since that's out of the way, you finally feel like telling us your names? Tanned Boy raises an eyebrow and laughs. Of course, it's not like we had other things to do. Where are my manners? I didn't know you had any. Yeah? How'd you figure? I don't know, considering the way you just answered the question of, what are your names? With, yeah, we had other things on our mind. Really? My mom's dress? Brown was not her color. It is definitely not my fault she picked wrong. When did that come into the equation? What? Well, anyway, I'm Michael. That's Thomas. What about yourselves? We go around introducing ourselves to the unusual pair. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, maybe I missed something. I didn't know you had any. How'd you figure? Really? My mom's dress, brown was not her. When was your mom's dress ever mentioned in the conversation? How did we get to that point? What's your name? Her eyes scan through our group. She sighs. Natsuki. Well, isn't that dandy? We're all acquainted now. Michael throws a dirty look at Thomas. What do we want to do now, team? Wait, what do you think, pal? Thomas groans, a flash of frustration surfacing for just a sec. Yeah, this is frustrating. What the hell This again? Great. We can talk about it later, you know? Glaring at Michael, some sort of a non-verbal agreement is reached. Yuri and Sayori remain quiet, on edge, while Natsuki crosses her arms and looks down, clearly thinking about something. I don't know if we should fully trust them yet, considering Thomas's attitude. Yeah, I'm with MC on this one. But they did choose to save us when they didn't need to. It's probably best to stick with them for now. And Michael's giving us the initiative here, and we should definitely take it. Okay, what the hell is this? No, supplies. We need to think long-term. Supplies and such, you know? Food, water, and I don't know, like maybe something to protect ourselves with. Yeah, long-term. That too. But if we need to keep on running... Natsuki pulls at her shirt collar. I think that getting out of these uniforms might be a good idea. Oh, there we go. That's good. Now for a second, then, like, let's say we get out of uniforms and we met with a pervert type thing. Although, then again, this is the zombie apocalypse. I'd be surprised if that's still on everybody's minds. Like, throughout all this panic, just the suggestion of remove the uniforms would be like getting out of the... I don't know. Wouldn't have to be running around in these damn shoes the whole time. I suppose you're right. Thomas looks around, shifting to a more serious, confident tone. Here's what we're gonna do. Buddy system. If we split into 3 groups, no one would be by themselves. We'll be able to cover more ground. We go to our homes, change, gather supplies, do whatever, and then we meet. Thomas's voice trails off. Meet where? At the school? Good idea! Let's meet at the place that we literally just ran from. Maybe all the zombies will leave. What? We look at Thomas wide-eyed. Confusion, terror, reminded of what's there. But isn't that what they are? Yeah, at least hundreds of them. Look, it'll be a guarantee we don't get lost, and pretty much all of them are in the school. We have the advantage in visibility if we're at the front gate. There's probably more supplies at the school, too. Cool, so it'll be our dangerous survival mission. Are you okay? Wait, what? Did you bump your head or something? Or is it usually that empty up in there? Thomas shows genuine confusion. Wait, what do you mean? In Christ, this ain't personal, but can you shut up for just 1 second? She advances towards him, sneering. Get your head out of your ass! Are you even listening to this guy? Why wouldn't I? I'm not an idiot. What? How is that? But really? You're not an idiot? I honestly couldn't tell. Because for me, I just see an idiot meathead. Oh, I thought Michael was telling Thomas that. Like Thomas? Shut up! This isn't a good idea you have here meeting back up at the school. But, no. But no, Michael's just saying, shut up, Natsuki, even though Natsuki's despite the rudeness, is raising a legitimate point. This piece of shit, hurry! Oh, can you two calm down? I don't think it's helping. They shouldn't trust them. Yeah, I'm with you on... Yeah, it's like... Yeah, good idea. Go back into the herd of killer death zombies. Great plan. To find supplies when there were other stores in the city. Shouldn't we, you know, check the city, like, go towards the city entrance and then, like, scope the area, see if there's zombies there? Like, I don't know, what? Michael glares back. Yeah, sure, I'm calm. I am calm. But just a quick question. When can we throw this dumbass into a nearby lake? Okay, alright, we get you think you're pretty funny. But can you just shut the fuck up for 1 sec? You both need to calm down right now. Yeah, what the... Monica steps between the two. It's hectic. You're not in a good state of mind right now, but that's no excuse to go around arguing with people we've just met. Isn't that right, Michael? You too, Natsuki. I didn't start it, so... Oh my... Frankly, I didn't ask. Good response, Monica. Michael! What? Like, no, I didn't start it, so there! Like, no! That doesn't matter! You're both being antagonistic, you both need to take responsibility. Are you... Here. Michael finally decides to back off. All of a sudden, Thomas's eyes go wide. John. We all look at him, confused. Who the hell is John? What? Michael, we forgot about John! Michael stares blankly. Realization taking a moment to flash across his face. That might be... Let me guess, is he at the school? Because that might be a better reason for them to suggest this idea of going back in the first place. Fantastic. Who's John? Thomas and Michael exchange glances thinking on what to do. John is an old friend of ours. I've known him since elementary. Guy was easily scared, but always one hell of a reaction. And you want to go pick him up? The more the merrier, right? Again, yeah, I guess you're right. Where does he live? Michael looks around. Probably that way. He points down the street towards where we came. I kind of sound like, oh, that's great. If he lives nearby, Siri and I can pick up our stuff at our houses. I think it's the same direction. We should get going. We don't really need both of us going, though. I guess that's true. It would be quite redundant. Oh! Oh, and this is an actual decision that takes time, so... That seems like a good place to have a be right back break. A quick one. They're all quick. And we're back! And with the first major choice on our hands, I'm gonna go with Thomas. He seems, he seems nicer than Michael is, because Michael has been pretty antagonistic, like, so far, and I don't really like him in that much, so, Thomas can come with us. Well, if you want. A discussion on what we should do ensues. Michael will go with Yuri, while Monica will go with Natsuki. Before Michael and Yuri can head out, Natsuki speaks up. Wait, how are we going to communicate? I think the phone lines are going to work for at least a day before they shut down due to malfunctions. A day? You really don't have much faith in the phone lines, do you? We should be able to just call each other. Yeah, let's hope we can. I still have a signal. To test Thomas's theory out, I whipped my phone out. 4 bars full. Alright then, later. With that, the other 2 groups go their ways. Sari, Thomas, and myself turn to head towards our house. Shit. A robotic voice notifies me of a failed call. What are you doing? Trying to call my parents. Yeah. We wait for Sayori as she collects her things. I've already changed and packed what I thought might be important. One of these items being a Glock 17 with an empty magazine. I couldn't find any ammo in the house. Thomas picks it up from my bag and inspects it. He returns it. I didn't take you as a gun type of dude. That's pretty cool. Damn right. But why doesn't it have any ammo? I keep changing Thomas's voice. I don't know why. That's a funny story. My father thought that showing it to Sayori was a good idea, so he did. And when she was inspecting it, she somehow turned off the safety. Oh no! When my father pulled the trigger, we got the police called on us and a new window to replace. Oh, my parents had an argument. Damn right! I'd be like, what the hell? Why? That was his childhood friend that could have died just then. So now we don't keep live ammo in the house. Damn. I thought it was stupid, but anytime I bring it up, my mother would gently remind me of what happened. Well, at least no one was hurt. I nod. How long? Huh. Well, I think the more useful information here would be to... I think we can already infer. How'd you know it was coming? Well, people coughing up blood and coming up with, like... Well, multiple people coughing up blood is a pretty good big sign. In the stagnating air, who came up with the idea to save us? Either Thomas or Michael, or maybe John. Maybe John was the type of person who was like, never leave people behind, so I think the more useful information here to get first, if that's the only information, is how long Thomas was friends with Michael. How long did you know Michael? Quite a while, actually. He's not bad at all. Surprisingly, he enjoys having fun a little too much, but what can you do? I see. The guy's pretty fun to mess with, though. Oh, I can't ask all these questions after all. Okay, who came up with the idea to save us? Definitely Michael's. Oh! Huh. Interesting. Do you know why? Wish I could, Robbie. Who knows, maybe he finally wanted to make some friends. Or, you know, get more survivors so that they'd have a better chance of surviving. Either or. Well, I can ask him myself later, if he's up for it. And how'd you know it was coming? How'd you know this whole thing was gonna happen? Yesterday, Michael, John, and I were on the way to the store after school. And when we stepped outside of the store, to our left, some dude was just bumming around. His skin was all weird, blood here and there, and he was moaning like an old goat. Basically, the guy looked sick as hell. John was a little spooked, and Michael was probably just bumming around too. What happened after that? We just went home. But since we usually walk that way pretty often, and John being the guy he is, I thought it'd be a good idea to bring something to protect ourselves, just in case. Michael agreed, but John decided to stay at home instead. To be fair, I wouldn't want to take my chance to be attacked by a bloodied homeless man. I was with Sayori and we went on our way home. And in that way, we saw a store all broken apart. Shards of glass literally everywhere. A robbed store? Whoa, what happened to the MC sprite? What the What? Why is it just this transparent? What is this? I have never seen that happen before. What the hell is this? This looks like a template. A robbed store. What happens if this is like, whoa, you just suddenly got way shorter. Yeah, I thought someone dangerous might have been looking around the neighborhood. I mean, there's probably a second dangerous someone if they can make this happen to you. He looks into my eyes. My eyes, which are suddenly down here, analyzing and processing, as if he's trying to read through the contents of my brain. Well, you weren't wrong. Lucky you. Thomas. Yeah, they messed up the code. I can see that. What happened? Is there something on my face? Is there something on my noticeably very short or indifferent hairstyled face? I don't know, dude. You tell me. Huh. Oh shit. Sorry. I was just thinking. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're alive. Likewise. Back to normal. Whew. Back to normal. That's something that Renpy has. What's taking her so long? Where is she? Yeah, you're right. Should I check up on her? Why not? Alright then, I'll be right back. I close my bag, take it with me, and walk inside the house. It's there to teach you to use sprites, but also when you use the wrong code. Okay. The kitchen, filled with open cupboards and drawers, appears bleak. A broken cup with its contents splattered around. Okay. That's interesting. She isn't in her living room either. I go upstairs to Sarah's bedroom. I put my ear on the door and listen. Nothing. Sarah, are you there? Yeah, I am. Come in. I sigh in relief as I open the door. Sarah sits on the side of the bed. Check, 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 check. Everything looks fine. Good. Looking at her phone. She's already changed and packed. The evidence, the horrible mess of clothes on the floor. Is everything okay? Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. Is everything okay? Said and Sarah usually does, puts on that fake smile of hers. I don't buy it. I close the door and take a seat next to her. Sarah, you know already. I look her in the eyes, trying my best to hide my concern. That you can talk to me. I won't judge you for everything. I almost read that wrong. Her eyes water. She hands me her phone. I tried to call my parents, but they aren't responding. Oh. I see. Hey, they'll be fine, alright? We both know how tough your mom is. But what if they aren't? I promise. I promise that things will be okay. I promise we'll see them again. Sarah will remember that. Oh, okay, that's the first time that appeared. Weird that it's appeared, like, not because I made a choice, but, like, that usually appears after choices or something. Maybe that's to see, like, she's gonna come across maybe that's a setting up a tragic moment where she's like, she's gonna come across some zombies. They look like her parents! And that's where the remember that comes in. As she remembered what MC said, and then there'll be a confrontation or something. I don't know, I guess we'll wait and see. Suri sniffs as she wipes her tears off. Alright. I stand up and look around the room once more. Just making sure, but you've got everything packed, right? Yeah? She makes her way over to her plushy cow. I miss you, Mr. Cow. With that, she gives the room one last look before we head out. Oh, I forgot to put on a special shirt for this. You know what? Never mind it. Thomas starts to slow down. We're here. Thomas goes to the main door while I talk to Siri. Stay here, alright? We'll be right back. She nods. There's really no real right decisions here. You either leave her on her own, or you stay... There's 3 people here. So, either way, you're leaving somebody on their own. It's just a matter of picking. Is he even here? He should be. I don't think he'd leave his house. Maybe he's asleep. He knocks again with more urgency. Something. There was no response. Or maybe we should just force ourselves in. Burst in, huh? Thomas looks at the doors. You thinking what I'm thinking? Probably? I don't know. I don't think we're in sync yet. We've only met for a few minutes. Thomas steps back a bit. Want to try it out? Sure? More force is... I walk a few steps back and prepare to kick the doors. You know... Here we go. Oh, kick, and quick time! Or not. The door bursts in, hitting the wall. I thought it was like a, do you want to kick him down with me thing? And it's like, yeah, sure. Let's kick it down together. Or something, I don't, but this works too. Always believed in you, buddy. He says, surprised. Thanks, man. Come on, let's go. Without hesitation, we step inside. We couldn't find John in his living room or his kitchen. It also looks like he was preparing to leave since all of his drawers in the kitchen are open. Oh no. When we arrive at what is probably John's bedroom, we notice that there is blood on the door. Dried. What the fuck? He wasn't... Thomas goes to the door, standing in front of them, doing nothing. He's clearly thinking about something. What is it? Thomas looks at me worried and a bit confused. He closes his eyes and pulls out a scuffed knife. He opens the door and runs inside. No! Oh, fuck. Ah, John. Oh, rest in peace, John. We didn't even know you at all, except for your friendship status with Thomas and Michael. Thomas? I rush in. Thomas is place, his eyes glued on the boy. The boy, our age, deteriorating. Bite marks on its neck, eyes stained with blood, ravenous. That's probably John. The heavy smell of rotten flesh is suffocating. What the fuck? Thomas stutters as he looks at John. John growls and turns his attention to me. Hey. A vicious lunge. Oh fuck. Q. But before I try and turn and run away. Before I can do anything, he knocks me to the ground. He tries to dig his teeth into my neck. Before I'm struggling to push him away. Come on! Oh, I did it this time! I thought it'd be another, I'm not strong enough thing, but no, we did it! With my free hand, I punch his side desperately. I trash my body trying to get, you mean thrash? I throw John off me. Tom rushes in and steps on John's head. I'm sorry. With that, Thomas takes out his knife and plunges it into John's temple. He twitches, and after a while, it becomes still. We both remain in silence. We should head out. Yeah. I stand up and sigh with relief. Thomas still looks at John, a pool of blood forming around the puncture wound. You should clean the knife, by the way. Yeah, the new sprites are okay. This sprite is fine. It's clear that although it is clear that both, I think the Thomas and Michael sprites used this MC sprite as a template. Although they did a pretty good job, and they did a pretty good job adjusting the MC sprites to fit the new character looks. So that's cool. Alright, I'll do that. I'll be right back. Thomas takes a final look at John and then whispers something to himself. And before I can ask, I hear the trickling of the tap water in the kitchen. I'll give him some space. Suri runs over towards me. I heard some noise from inside. Are you okay? Yeah, I am, but John's dead. Suri looks down and nods to herself. There was nothing we could do. It seemed like he was possessed. He had a huge chunk gone from his neck. Suri sighs and looks away. She's always been bad with death. The deaths of pets, family friends. Thomas emerges from the house. Let's go. No one mutters a word as we head out. Damn. The three of us pass the empty houses, listening to the wind along the way. We've been going for quite a while now. Thomas has been rather quiet the whole time he's been next to me. Oh, after all, he did stab a knife into his friend's skull. Suri has been in front of us, kicking pebbles out of her way. I need to find a reason to break the silence. It's becoming unbearable. Until I notice Thomas humming to himself. Aggressively? Aggressive humming. Weird. Metal, maybe? Is he okay? I don't know. Maybe this is his way of coping. Actually, forget I said that. I coughed to get his attention. Huh? Were you saying something? No, not really. Just... Are you a fan of metal? Yeah, how'd you know? What you were humming, if you could call it that, sounded kind of like it. And it's pretty obvious, it's on your t-shirt. Thomas lets out a right chuckle. I was a fan ever since I was a kid. Did your parents really allow you to listen to it? Not exactly. But my brother and my dad listen to it all the time. My old man even sleeps on that stuff. Wait, so you're telling me he listened to metal to lull himself to sleep? Yeah, everybody's different. Yeah? Really? Some people just have different tastes, I guess. Okay. Yeah, okay, buddy. You know what's stupid? A gun without bullets. Blame my mom, not me. Oh. Yeah, but it wasn't her who accidentally shot it, was she? Can we drop it? Yeah, sure. So you can't use this as a weapon, right? Apart from bashing people in the head with it, no. Understood. Thomas nods to himself as he starts to hunt through his pockets. Seconds later, he brandishes a knife, the handle facing towards myself. It looks different from the one he used earlier. That for me? Yep. Don't you need it? I have a few of them. Keeping a collection. Well, that'll be a nice way for him to bond with Yuri. She also has a knife collection in her home. Honestly, both of these knife collections will come in real handy. So, knives are the starter weapons for everybody. That'll be cool. Thanks, I guess? Thomas smiles as I take the knife from him and expect it further. A sharp blade with little holes drilled in. A militaristic design. I stick the knife into my pocket. Talk about Sari, talk about John. Okay, this is either too soon or not really dealing with the problem at all. I don't know, maybe this will lead to a bonding moment? I think you said that Michael and John were really close friends, right? Thomas looks slightly surprised by my question. He averts his eyes, sighing. Yeah, they were inseparable. How's he going to react? No idea. And then we're all in the same boat. Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought that was all we were talking about. Want to hear a funny story? I'm listening. Sari tried cooking. I'm guessing that ended horribly. Yeah. What'd she do? Would you believe we ever said that she managed to set some water on fire? How does that happen? A regular frying pan and some tap water. Wait, how? I have no clue. You'd have to ask her yourself. The fuck? Thomas continues in silence, pondering at Sari's black magic. The rest of the walk, we have our heads down, listening to the sounds of our footsteps, and Thomas is humming. God, he's humming. I guess it's getting annoying hearing him go, or something, I don't know. We finally arrive. As we head to the trees in the distance, I spot Michael and Yuri standing there waiting for the others. Hey, where's John? Michael looks at us worried. He's dead. I'm sorry. No, you're lying! Don't bullshit me! Michael starts walking towards John's house. Michael! Thomas tries to stop him. Michael pushes him off. Let go of me! Where do you think you're going? I want to see him! He's dead. Both of you, stop yelling. We don't want to let the whole world know we're here, you know? Both of them look at me for a few seconds. Michael reluctantly nods. I know you want to see him one last time. Thomas leans in and whispers something to him. I can't hear any of it. So I guess this is an inside thing. Fine. Both of them go back. I'm so sorry for your loss. Michael closes his eyes, tears starting to form. Guys? We look at Sari. She has her phone pressed to her ear. Who is it? Monica. She has something to say to you guys. Sari lowers her arms and turns on speakerphone. Okay, can everyone hear me? Yeah, what is it? We're at Natsuki's place and I'm waiting outside. I think I can hear Natsuki and her father arguing. Oh no. What's going on over there? I don't know. Where are you right? We hear traces of distorted yelling in the background. Just get over here. We will. Sari hangs up, jamming her phone back into her pocket. Does anyone know where she lives? It's not that far from where we are right now. Let's hurry. Without hesitation, we follow Sari. Don't know why I gave Michael this gravelly voice. We catch our breaths once we're in front of Natsuki's house. We see Monica in front of the open gate with a worried expression. About time? Stop. I just can't do that, okay? I pass Sari, making my way into the house. That's a new thing. Where are the sleeves? Or anything. I guess it's like one of those like shirtless, not shirtless, frick. Wrong word. Sleeveless, that was the word. I don't know why I said shirtless. Sleeveless shirts or something? I don't know. Robbie! Alright, let's have the keys there. Dad, please! Stepping in, Natsuki's father is noticeably sad. Natsuki's father, someone normally so callous, so short-tempered, is sitting with his arms around his neck as if to comfort himself. I make my way over to Natsuki, and I notice that her dad has been bitten. A chunk of flesh missing from his shoulder. I told you, and I keep on telling you, you have other people! But I don't! Natsuki turns her head, noticing the others making their way inside. It seems that they've noticed what's going on as well. How many of you are here? What happened to you? It doesn't matter anymore. Dad, now I'm sure there's something we can do about this. Please let us help. It is day 1 of this apocalypse. There's no cure yet. No, Natsuki. Wait, has he been bit? Natsuki's dad turns his head to face Michael. Inspecting the man, Michael stops at his shoulder. You have got to be kidding. How many more people are gonna get bit? Do you mind? He looks at him with a fierce intensity. Thomas's expression remains unchanged. Thomas speaks up. Look, we just lost our friend. He was bit twice on the neck. Wait, what the fuck? Michael glares at Thomas, demanding an explanation. I'm sorry, but when we saw him... Michael turns around, trying to understand what he was just told. He told you that John was dead already! What did you think, John, like jumped out the window trying to get away from a zombie and died that way? How'd you think he died? And now you seem to be bit as well. Really? No shit, Sherlock. Are you gonna do something about it? Yes? And what exactly? The ticking of a clock makes itself known. Natsuki is at a loss for words. I mean, since you've been bit, I think we both know what's going to happen. So, what are you gonna do? I want this to be over. He looks down and pulls out a gun. Oh god, are they gonna show that? What? Dad! No matter what you do, no matter how you plan to help me, I'll be dead soon. There's no changing that. What? Do you even know how this works? When I saw other they turned in a matter of minutes. Desperately, Natsuki raises her voice. Her voice cracks. Dad, we can help you! How? Do you have a magic cure or something to help the situation? How? I'm sorry, but he's right. No matter what we do to help, it won't work. What? Just like John, he's been infected. We didn't have a choice. We had to end him. Michael looks at him, eyes wide open. What the fuck? He was already dead, Mike. We were too late. I don't want to look. Sarah turns around, covering her eyes. How the hell can we still help? He's right. Robbie! I close my eyes. I can't look her in the face. I'm sorry, but he's right. Yeah. How the fuck can we help? Like, why are we even... Why are we even trying this out? Listen, Natsuki, I admit I haven't been the best father to you ever since your mom left me. You probably can't even call me that anymore. His eyes are fixed down at his toes. A drunkard, a terribly weak man. I won't get another chance to tell you, so please listen close. He sighs, holding back tears. Natsuki screams. No, don't say things like that. Every mistake I've made since your mom left us. I know this won't mean much, but I really am sorry. I'm sorry for all the times I couldn't be there for you. Sorry for all the times I lost my temper. He chuckles, lifting his head to the roof. The old man inhales a shaky breath, as if remembering something distant. You know when you were just 4 years old when your mom was still with us? We needed to head to the bank one day, but you wanted to read your manga, so we thought we'd leave you for a couple minutes. But something came up. We had to wait for a few hours. Natsuki's lip starts to tremble. Ah, is that this man's way of saying the origins of Natsuki's reading manga? That's clever. Recalling the memory. For some reason, you thought we left you for good. You were crying your eyes out for hours even after we came back. She stares at the floorboards. Stop talking. You were so tiny back then. Please. You have other people in your life now. You won't be alone. You're strong. You have a chance to survive. You don't need a weak man like me holding you back. I know you'll survive. With a gun in hand, Natsuki's dad takes aim at his head. When did my little girl grow up to be so strong? No! Natsuki, I love you. Dad, no! Ah! I didn't think they'd actually show that. I thought they'd cut away to someone else's reaction, but no! No! Natsuki rushes towards her father. I step forward to see the hole in his head. Natsuki's kneeling on the ground next to him, crying and sobbing over the unmoving body. Thomas steps forward. He doesn't know what to say. Natsuki, fuck you! Both of you! What the... You know what? It's an emotionally distressing situation. You know, her father literally just killed himself. I'm sorry. Natsuki will remember. No shit, game! Oh, thank you. If you didn't say that, I'd have thought that Natsuki would have forgotten when her father shot himself right in front of her frickin' face. What? What the hell else were we supposed to do? Huh? Would have been futile. Thomas sighs, turning around. He walks away. I remain frozen in the same position. Monica approaches me. That was a pretty shitty thing to say. What the hell? What? But it's true! That's what I... What the hell else are we supposed to... What did I say? What the hell was I supposed to do? Offer her some false hope that there could still somehow be a way to save him? Well, don't worry. If we just bandage up this wound that was made by a zombie, maybe everything will be fine and we can delay the inevitable for a few more hours. What, am I wrong? I don't know. It's sad, but it is what it is. I know, but you shouldn't have said the same thing that Thomas did. Look, Thomas had no choice but to kill his friend. He was already infected. But this is different, Robbie. Natsuki, she needs our support. And Michael, you saw him, right? After he heard about John's death? Great. Hey, just... This is a mod inspired by The Walking Dead. Natsuki's father is dead. Some dude named John, who's friends of Thomas and Michael, is dead now. And I don't know what choice I made. What do I even do after something like that? I head outside for a breather. What, is everyone else gonna be mad too? What, are they gonna say that I said something shitty? I mean, come on. Just, maybe this is like the top trolley problem or something. The light invades my vision. I angle my head downwards as I walk past the porch. Where's Sayori? I don't know. Turning my head back and forth, I inspect the surrounding area. A leaking hose, black garbage bags, and Sayori a few meters away, sitting against a wall. Holding herself in a balled up position, she looks like she's distracting herself by counting the unkempt blades of grass. With her eyes wide open, she seems to be talking to herself. I clear my throat to make myself known. I don't want to surprise her. She turns her head up at me, but recoils at the glare of sunlight. Looking back down, she shows a defeated expression. Did he? Yeah. Now that things have settled down, I realize the weight of the situation, and Sari probably feels the same. But this may very well be our new reality. Something we'll be forced to get used to. What about you? I don't know. She holds her hands to shield her eyes, still discomforted by the scorching rays. She's looking up at me. What about me? Did you try to save him? What happened? How could we even... Great. Great. Just great. Now Sayori's gonna be mad too. Wonderful. I close my eyes. It's Did I try to save him? No. He would have just died anyways. There wouldn't have been a point in trying to save him. The resigned, defeated face she had put on contorts, along with her wandering eyes, her smile disappeared. How could you say something like that? Yeah. Knew it. I knew it. Oh. Might as well gather the whole group together and apologize, right? Might as well, considering everybody will be mad, right? I mean, Natsuki's the most mad. Monica just scolding. Sarah's defeated. What about Yuri? I didn't mean it in a bad way. I was trying to be honest. Thomas said something similar. He did? So what would make you say something like that? Even after you killed his friend? I didn't. Thomas, he... Say, I'm still figuring things out myself, Sayori. She still look at me. She's trying to smile, but all I can notice are her sad eyes. Of disappointment, right? That it? Has to be, right? What are you gonna say? Like, I know she's gearing up to say something. Just lay it on me. You're gonna take a deep breath, calm yourself, prepare yourself for what you're gonna do next. Natsuki's not alone, right? Yeah, no, she's not. She's got the other club members. Don't think she'd even want to talk to MC. We thought we should give her some space. She takes another deep breath in, this time closing her eyes. Standing up and brushing the grass off of herself, Sarah looks off into the distance. I think I'll start packing some of her things. Turning around, she approaches the door. Wait! What? I know you're worried about Natsuki, but how are you feeling? This is a lot to take in. I think you should go check up on the others. She's smart. Yeah. She smiles, but it worries me. Does she mean it, or is it just another lie? Hey, seriously, if you ever need to talk, I'm here for you too. Thanks. I guess that's all I can do for now. Well, let's face it. Let's get this over with first. You know, I'm sure Natsuki's got a lot to vent out right now, so might as well get on with it, right? Her life had changed in the past half day, and here I was watching. What am I even supposed to say in a situation like this? Feels like it all amounts to nothing. It all seems empty. Didn't I tell you to fuck off? This time her anger, her hostility, it seems to be fading. In its absence, all that remains is an empty stare. The sight of a father killing himself engraved into her memory. You're really starting to piss me off. Yeah, knew it. Come on, keep going. Let it all out. Let it all out. It's fine. Iris clings to her dad's dress shirt, drenched in dark red. The blood stains her hand. I'm sorry. I can't do anything more. Sighing, I get up and turn around. I think I hear a frail whimper as I feel her eyes following me. I don't even... I mean, hey, pretty sure Walking Dead also had difficult moral decisions like this, so... Well, you don't even know if you made the right choice, so... At least in terms of that, we're doing a great job! Dirty dishes litter the countertop. Chinese food, maybe a day or two old. Oil residue stains the plate with pale yellow. Maybe it's mold, it's hard to tell, but it reeks. These dishes won't be clean anytime soon. This home will inevitably be left behind. I make my way back to Natsuki, kneeling down to meet her eye to eye. Hey, let me see your hands. She just keeps staring, eyes fixed on her father. But eventually she loosens her grip of his shirt. I take her hand and use the towel to wrap her fingers, cleaning the blood off her hands. She jumps, surprised by the unexpected cool of the towel, and won't be feeling much. I'll be completely honest with you, Natsuki. She looks at me through the corner of her eyes. There's so much that's changing, and I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know what to do. What's changed, right? An empty smile. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been like that for a while. I want to give up, but I know I'll never hear the end of it from these 4 girls I know. I don't know. They'll be on my ass like they always do. They'll tell me how stupid I am and how scrawny my arms look. They'll tell me how shit my taste in manga. Who told you that? Hold the fucking phone. They weren't like that. That doesn't sound like the literature club. I mean, Natsuki might tell you that, but it's like... Or... Oh, you're talking about Natsuki through the literature club. For a second, it's like, that doesn't sound like the literature club. But at the end of the day, they don't really care. They'll keep me around anyways. I don't think I'll ever really know why, but that's something I know for a fact. Because even when I know how incapable I am and how stupid I am, at least I won't be alone. I force a smile. And that means a lot to me, Natsuki. What the hell am I going on about? That didn't sound like what was in my head at all. I was supposed to be comforting her. Natsuki chuckles. Her face softens, her eyes starting to relax. What's that even supposed to mean? You don't have to remind us how stupid you are. Freaking dumbass. Once I'm finished, I stand up. Good, we managed to make up with her. That's a relief. Hey, thanks. I give her a smile. A real one. Well, we didn't. Might as well hear Yuri's piece. I wonder how they're taking this in. How are you both holding up? We were just talking about our next steps forward. Yeah, Yuri, you want to say your piece? Or not, I guess. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, but how are you feeling, like emotionally? Yuri stays quiet while Monica gives me a gentle smile. We're doing fine, thanks for asking. Don't know why you're giving that look, but maybe that's an exhausted, tired look. Something's up. You know, it's okay for you to be not okay, right? I mean, Natsuki's daddy shot himself. She says that like it's nothing. I mean, yeah, yes. I think the best thing we can do now is to focus on our immediate survival. For now, Natsuki's house seems pretty secure. But we're in a pretty crowded residential neighborhood. We're basically surrounded on all sides. It'll be hard to escape if the situation outside gets any worse. Our first priority should be relocation, at least to somewhere that's secure. Yuri, what do you think about all this? I think we should go with what Monica has to say. It's tactically sound. Yeah, I think I heard Thomas say something similar. Well, sounds like a plan. She's way too cheerful for someone who just watched a man's brain matter paint the walls. Hey, Monica, can I talk to you alone? Sure. We make our way to the kitchen. I know what this is about. Well, that makes things easier. Are you sure you're okay? No, of course I'm not. As I go to open my mouth, she cuts me off. But I want you to think of this. What happened with Natsuki's dad, that could be us, you know? I know, that's why we should be careful in the future. Precisely. I thought this was going to lead into another thing in terms of, like, would you say that what was going to happen would be inevitable if it was one of us? Or would you be trying to save us and then that leading to another choice? You know? Oh, I guess it did. Fine. We need a plan, we need a backup, and then a backup for the backup, because how do you think you'll react when Sarah's the one who's fit? Do you think you'll have what it takes to end her? Do you think you'll have what it takes to end any of us? Guess that's where we'll... I don't answer that. Listen, that was a little harsh. Nah, it's fine. It's fine, you were the one who originally... Monica pauses, making sure that I'm listening. But it's something you need to know. Why are you only telling me this? I don't know, you're the only one who... You're the one who agreed with Thomas's assessment in the first place. For better or for worse? Just... Because I know the type of person you are, Robbie. You're not the type of person to give up when you think something matters. You're pretty honest in that way. But honesty isn't what we need right now. If I told you how I felt to the other girls outright, I don't know how they'd respond. And that's too dangerous right now. There's a long, tense silence. It's not that I'm not feeling anything right now. I'm scared for my friends. I'm scared what our future will look like. There's no place for things like that. I don't want the others to be afraid either. Her eyes narrow in on mine. I'm sure you feel the same. And as if nothing has happened, her mood, her face changed to that of the always cheerful club president. I'll catch you later, Robbie. As much as I didn't want to hear some of that, her words echo on in my head. Yeah, we'll be right back. And we're back to a game with moral dilemmas and decisions. So let's talk to Yuri. Again, she didn't. Again, remember, she didn't get to say her piece yet. I should probably check in with Yuri. She hasn't said much. Who can blame her? How are you feeling? She glances at the roof. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. An awkward smile. I was just asking if you were doing okay? Yuri exhales, her face slowly reverting back into a shoddy composure. She tries to play with her hair, spinning strands of it into little loops. Eyeing the floor, it seems like she's thinking. Oh, come on, you can say peace. Have you ever read The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett? What? Nope, never. I think I've read the title from somewhere. It is a popular story. I think they made a movie out of it. Oh, that counts as a reference, by the way. Book titles and stuff count as a reference. Would it be cheap to count the whole inspiration as a reference, or... no, if they make it overt and say something like, this is similar to The Walking Dead, then I'll count it. Like, because just because something's based off of it doesn't really mean... Anyway, The Secret Garden. Huh, they did make films out of it. Interesting. The shine of her violet eyes fades away as she lets go of the strands of hair. A stray clock is ticking in the corner. Thomas and Michael are discussing, murmuring across the room. Why do you ask? I was just thinking that the protagonist reminded me of Natsuki and her family. Sure. You see, Mary Lennox, the main character, was orphaned after her parents perished as a result of a cholera outbreak. Well, after that, she's taken in by her uncle, Archibald Craven. Her speech gets smoother as she continues on. She doesn't like him at all, because she fails to empathize with him, but also because of how she was raised. Yuri stares beyond the white walls across from her. Her parents often left her alone, attending to their own business, partying and debauchery. She didn't know how to act around people. I nod. I think I'm starting to see what she's getting at. Her bitter and selfish attitudes correlate to her loneliness. When she makes her first friend, the two of them become better people despite their upbringing. I know where this is going. Just, can we get to the... Let's carry on. Come on. But still, I'm left to wonder. She exhales, her breath uneven. If people can change, are we just supposed to forget the person they once were? And she's lost me. You know, Robbie, one day after school when Natsuki and I were walking home, she suddenly fainted. I rushed her to the hospital, and later when the nurses were checking her out, they said she had a potassium deficiency. The intensity in Yuri's voice rises, a desperation to let out an overflowing of emotions. Her father, once he came, insisted nothing was wrong and took her back home immediately. She takes a deep breath, pausing, realizing how loud she was getting. He said that type of thing was normal. He looked intoxicated, but he told the nurses, he told me that everything would be fine. And the very next day when Natsuki comes to school, I see bruises up her sleeves. I can concede that I probably don't know the full story. How can someone like him say that they love their daughter after knowing everything he had done to her? Guilt-tripping Natsuki like that. She stares into my eyes, inspecting the insides of my skull for an answer. She takes another breath, and another, and another. She calmed down, but the disgust in her eyes still lingered. Yuri, I understand how you're feeling. No, and I'm glad you told me. Yuri looks down almost as if in shame. I think I'll wait outside. She rushes off. Wait! But she's already gone. Looking around, I notice Thomas and Michael looking at me for a few seconds. After that, they start discussing again. I think I'll talk to her later. I'm sorry. We'll approach the body last. Don't want to see the picture yet. The two seem to be talking to each other. Michael, he seems a little off, maybe even on edge. He looks upset. I don't blame him. Having to find out that his friend was dead without getting to say any goodbyes must have been devastating. They stop once they notice me getting... Did you do it? Excuse me? He's looking at me, his eyes widen as he repeats it. Did you kill him? No, I didn't. I've already told you. Oh, Michael, he didn't. I had to. Who's the fucking genius who decided to off him? You didn't have to kill him. What if we could have brought him back? With what? Genuinely tell me, with what? What do we have now currently that could somehow cure the zombification? Considering that John was way further in when we saw him. What do we have now that could possibly bring him back? Like, right now, the day after all this started. Just... I actually want to hear it. I want to hear it. What do we have? Michael, calm down. It was my idea, and trust me, it was necessary. I had no choice. He was bleeding out of his neck. Even if we didn't stab him, he was already dead. Michael lets out a subdued growl, grumbling. He turns away, looking down. With his arms crossed, Thomas sighs. Give him some time. I mean, I feel like the same way too, but still. Don't worry, I get it. I'll touch base with him later. I thought that he'd understand. I'll be waiting outside. He walks to the door while Thomas and I are left staring. Aren't you going with him? He needs his space to calm down. I'll be waiting here until we leave anyway. Okay. Tell the others we should probably get going soon. We'll need to look for a better place to stay. It's getting dark. I nod and walk away. Alright, let's approach the body. I make my way over to her and place a hand on her. Hey, remember, we're here for you. She nods in acknowledgement. I know. I think I'll give her some time to herself now. But before that, I unwrap the cold fingers that cling onto an out-cold gun and place it in my pocket. I'll pull out half the bullets for myself later. I can't tell if she notices. I don't know, she'd have probably said something, wouldn't she? Or she will. Another confrontation, probably. You know, looks like we should head out. I think we should get going before it's dark out. We don't know when the electricity will cut. I think we're almost all packed up. Natsuki, do you need anything else? No, I think I'm good. I know this sign's kind of shitty, but we should probably take some stuff with us before we leave. We don't keep much food around. There's a first aid kit, and I guess a kitchen knife could be helpful. I already have one with me, but yeah, it can't hurt to have more. Really? I pull out the knife stashed in my pocket. Where'd you get that? Thomas gave it to me. Natsuki rolls her eyes. I see you two are getting along swimmingly. Natsuki sighs. Whatever. Hey, let's have a scavenger hunt. The fuck? Complete and utter confusion. Maybe next time, Sari. Just quickly grab what you might think might be helpful. Aye, aye, Captain. I'm glad she's feeling at least a little bit better. At least well enough to try to lighten the mood. In any case, it's better this way. While waiting for the others, I discreetly load the bullets from earlier into my gun. Is everyone here? Yeah, looks like it. Michael does a quick head count. Yeah, sounds about right. Alright then. We stay quiet and we keep off the main streets. We'll be heading towards the edges of town. I think I might know a place. Plus, there should be less people the further we get away. Are we good to go? Everyone nods their heads. We ready ourselves for what's to come. I wonder if the choice was just incredibly nihilistic, looking back on it. I mean, what did it? What? Monica stops me. Hey, Robbie, I'd like to talk to you. We already talked before, but I guess another one couldn't hurt. Hopefully this isn't related to what she said earlier. Yeah, let's hear it. We slow down so that we're near the back of the group, not too far. I couldn't help but notice that the gun Natsuki's dad had was missing. Do you know anything about that? Great, What? Nobody would approve of that either, or something? We need... I glance up at Sarah and Natsuki talking to each other. Yuri in her thoughts, Thomas with Michael, their eyes darting. Yeah, I have it with me. So it was you. Good. Oh, okay. I guess that's the first big thing. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. But don't you think it's pretty unnecessary to hold two sidearms? What, you want me to give you the gun? No, not quite. Actually, maybe if you wanted to, but I wouldn't know how to use it properly. But I know two people who probably would. She directs her gaze towards the front of the group. Monica, we don't even really know them that well. I mean, they saved us, but how do we know that we can trust them with a gun? You're right that we've just met them, but they've proven to us that they can be trusted. They helped us when they didn't need to. Do you think you could really trust Sarah with it? You know, I heard about what happened with you guys when you were younger. Good point. If we were in a sticky situation. Also, giving Sayori a gun. That's gonna go over well. Yeah, here's Sayori. Just in case one of us gets bitten, you need to shoot. Like, yeah, give Sayori, who you've just said doesn't deal with death well, a means of killing someone. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Right, at the end of the day, it's your decision, though. If you don't trust them, you don't trust them. No, I agree. Good, I'll see you later, Robbie. I trust you'll make the right decision. She catches up with the rest of the group, joining Sarah and Natsuki in conversation. This'll be rough. Where am I gonna give the gun to? Michael seems to get angry quickly, but he cools off just as fast. That could be a problem. However, this can mean decisiveness and confidence in a life or death situation. The difference between inaction and death. When things get more complicated, I'd have to trust his instincts. But I'm not sure if it's a good idea right now, considering how he was earlier. Thomas, well, he seems more collected, but it seems like he lacks confidence sometimes. He'd be a lot more logical and take time to think things through. When you're unsure of what to do and you only have seconds, he might freeze up. In the end, I guess I'll be giving this to... I mean, I don't know. Would Michael even accept the gun anyway? I don't think he'd accept this from the guy he presumes... I don't think he'd accept a gun from the guy who he presumes killed John. So, Thomas. You know, because he wouldn't look... You know, because... Thomas. Thomas is the best choice here. Probably because he'd actually accept the gun. Following Monica's lead, I run, making my way to the front of our little group. Hey, Thomas, wait up! He turns around. Yeah, what's up? I take a second to catch my breath. I wanted to give you this. Holding out the Glock, I place it in his hand. Where'd this come from? It's Natsuki's dad's. Oh? He looks at the weapon, and looks back up at me, and then back down. I don't know you too well, but I think I can trust you with this. If things get hairy, I think you'd probably be the most helpful. His back and forth halts as he finally stops to look me in the eyes. Thanks for trusting me. I'm glad. I've shot a gun before, so I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. And just to be sure, the safety's on, right? Yeah, probably. My lights went off. What did I miss? Oh, Okay, just gonna... We missed, the conversations that MC had with everybody in the aftermath of Natsuki's dad dying. Saori, you know, Saori sounded so defeated, gave the scolding, and then, you know, Hanukkah did more of that, a little bit, and, you know, everybody said their piece, and then MC took the gun from Natsuki's dad, and we're now giving it to Thomas. You know, so... Yeah, that's where we are now. Giving the gun to Thomas. Oh, and the ammo. We have ammo now, so the gun is actually useful. Aside from being a black, black, black type thing. Good. He smiles. Making his way back to Michael, he stuffs the weapon in his pocket. Can't be good for the gun. Oh well. Guess there's gonna be a lot of walking ahead of us. Yep. Let's see where we are. Some time has already passed since we've left Natsuki's house. Along the way, we saw some dead bodies and infected people. They didn't see us. I stop in my tracks. What is it? Once I get closer, I see an infected girl. She doesn't notice us yet. Thomas goes to grab his gun, but he doesn't. Okay, now what? Let's see what Kill her. We don't have any choice. I think we're getting close anyway. Michael, do you still have that knife I gave you? He starts patting his pockets. Yeah, I have it. Good, can you take her down? Yeah, sure. Michael pulls out his knife and approaches the girl slowly. She notices. A vicious turn of her head. She lunges at Michael in a violent daze. He kicks her legs, causing her to fall to the ground. On the ground, he stabs her through the eye. In the corner of my vision, I see Sarah looking away. She definitely didn't want to see that. Yeah. Michael starts waiting for us to come. We start walking again. Are you okay? I've been better. Disdain and maybe disgust. Thomas spikes the knife against the nearby foliage and solemnly moves forward. We stop. It's getting late. I don't think I've been around here before. An unfamiliar but defensible house. How about we stay here for the night? Yeah, it's getting dark. How do we get in, though? It's probably locked. Thomas turns to the house, inspecting the white walls. Someone will have to crawl in through the window and open the door. Isn't it risky going in alone? What if someone's inside? He sighs. What else are we supposed to... Michael opens the door. No one's home! Come on in! I guess it was open. Okay, where do you guys want to sleep? Let's look around first. It's probably a good idea to take note of our exits. That's fair. Well, you guys go do that. I'll start packing some things out of our bags. I'll help! Good. Once we're done with that, let's meet back here and make some plans for tomorrow. Monica and Yuri head off up a flight of stairs. Do we have anything in mind? I do, but I think we should set up base before we start talking. He kneels, placing his backpack on a table. Combing through the many miscellaneous items in his bag, placing them in neatly organized piles. Hey, Thomas, we have to talk. Earlier, why didn't you do more for Oh, okay, so we're still on about that. He was literally already a zombie. This again? He occupies himself with a can of beans, spilling it in his hand. Just why? I keep telling you. Look, Michael, it's Michael. Did I ask? Michael was back. We were in danger when we saw him. I could have died with Robbie. A scowl forms on Thomas's face. You know, Siri, she would have had to walk to you all by herself, telling you about why we weren't with her. I'm sure that would have been a nice feeling, right? Lingering on the past won't help you feel any better. And yet, what the hell were we supposed to do? Just... You know what, I feel... Like, I feel tempted to go back and put Michael in this, like... Just like, what would going with Michael do anyway? Would he go with him to John? Would he understand the perspective then? Or would we go somewhere else and then we'd have this same conversation again? Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. More so. It's just another reminder of, like, you know, kind of like it's another reminder of my own choice at Natsuki's dad. And just, I guess, the reason. Don't take that personally. I don't blame you for feeling the way you are. After that, Thomas continues unpacking. Yeah, speaking of Natsuki, I feel like we're gonna have another confrontation, right? I hear footsteps coming down the stairs. I turn to face Monica and Yuri approaching the three of us. Did you find anything? Nothing special, but I did notice something pretty odd. 2 bedrooms, and one of them is just empty. What do you mean? Except for 2 beds and a painting, there was absolutely nothing in there. Maybe it was a guest room, I don't know. Like a spare bedroom for the guests or something. It's honestly pretty disconcerting if you take a look. Why would someone just take all the furniture like that? Maybe the people living there were drug dealers? Could be. But if you think about it, who uses furniture anyway? Who uses stuff like dressers and drawers to hide... Yeah, who uses stuff like dressers and drawers to hide drugs in anyway? Guess this... Then again, I'm not a drug dealer. I wouldn't know. Fair? What? Thomas shrugs. Yeah, me too. Okay, everyone, what should the next plan of action be? We all stand gathered around a table with not enough chairs. 2 in total, with Thomas and his backpack occupying both. Now that I think about it, this place does seem very much like a crack house. Or at the very least could operate as one quite effectively. What? Okay, the whole drug dealers thing kind of came out of nowhere? I mean, I guess Yuri's suggesting it means she's read stories where that's happened, so I guess that's a... Yeah, but it kind of feels like we're... There could have been drug dealers. Alright, let's stick to that rhetoric. You know, I don't know. I was thinking about getting us a car. We might have to make a quick getaway sometime in the future. We'll also be able to carry more stuff around. Transportation does seem important. I have a feeling most cars will have been abandoned, so actually securing one doesn't sound too hard. However, while we aren't in a busy neighborhood right now, if we want to travel somewhere with more people, the numbers of cars blocking the streets would get in our way. Long-distance transportation would be out of the question. Well, at least with a regular vehicle. It still beats having to walk around all day. All good ideas, but I have a question. How do you plan on starting it? I'll use the wires. The classic hot wire. Oh, come on, do you even know how... Do you have any idea how risky and difficult that actually is? Not to mention impossible? Bitch, how would you know? I understand your concern, but just so you know, I've done this before. I'm pretty good at it, too. Yeah, I realized what you were... Yeah, cool. When? I have never seen you do anything remotely similar. Okay, I've done similar. Really? With your exceptional organization skills? Of course. If you fail, I won't even feel bad for you. I'll be too busy laughing at your dumbass. Yeah, sure. Now imagine that scenario with zombies coming on and you'd change your tune. Okay, I'll show you. I'll prove you wrong. See who's the dumbass then. Thomas is quite surprised by his answer. However, he nods. Okay, let's hotwire a car. Well, you do that. I have plans for tomorrow as well. As I've said before, I think we should start by looking for some supplies at the school. Are you kidding? Do you want to die? Why are we going back there? You know what? We could just... You know what? There's a better thing. You managed to kick down the door to John's house. Sounds really sketchy, but, like, we don't have to go back to the school. We could just... God, no, I friggin'... No, never mind. I was gonna suggest kicking down the doors into other houses, but, like, I don't know. Just... I don't know. I know, there were a lot of infected there. They're crawling around pretty much everywhere. But I have an idea. I know for a fact we'll be able to take some food from the cafeteria. How, though? There are 2 doors to the cafeteria. One ending in the corridor and one being an emergency exit. I know that the doors leading to the corridor are usually locked, but I'm not sure about the other one. I don't think they locked the exits during the day. We'll be able to go inside easily, assuming it was unlocked before, well, what's happened. Are you sure? Well, not for certain. And even if they are locked, the school keeps keys in the janitor's shed. Cool. Alright, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Still, are you sure there's gonna be anything worth taking at this point? The hallway door will be locked and not many people know about the back entrance. Well, if you weren't a student. Plus, whose first instinct is it to go to a cafeteria to hide in a crisis? So it'll definitely be worth our time, 90% sure. Supplies might be hard to come by, but is the school really the best place for that? Especially with how many people could be there? Christ, so many questions. These are legitimate questions here. Your plan is very risky. I'd be asking the same stuff. Thomas looks down at the table, taking a deep breath in. It definitely will have its risks, but at least it's better than nothing. If I take 2 others, I think we could pull it off. 1 look at and 2 of us to gather supplies. Michael should probably scout out some good areas before hot wiring a car, if he actually knows how to. Robbie, do you want to come with? I guess. Okay, now, anyone else want to join us? He scans the table for volunteers. I can go? Really? That was unexpected. Well, I was going to make you pick straws, but this works great. So, Yuri, are you sure you want to go with us? She nods. Alright then, that's settled. We head out tomorrow. Anything else we want to talk about? Sari's stomach grumbles. Anyone else want some dinner? Is there even any food in this house, anyway? Like, I have a question. Sari's spirits drop. What time do we leave for the school? Ah, great. That attempt at levity failed, and Sari is really mad about it. Oh, didn't think about it. That certainly inspires confidence. Early morning, so like 3? Seriously? 2? She's just staring at him funny now. Okay, noon it is. What, you meant 3 in the afternoon? Yeah? Early riser, huh? What type of person wakes up that early and enjoys it? That's fair, but how is 3 reasonable? So I'm guessing your plans will also take place in the afternoon? Yes, that would be good. Of course, I'm not a psychopath. What? Yeah, how dare your plan take place in the morning? Like at 10 or 11 or something. You psycho. I think they meant early. Are you sure about that? You stay quiet. Her concerns aren't completely unfounded. You too? That's rich coming from you. The guy who slept through an entire weekend. Yeah, let's dismiss all these concerns because this guy slept through an entire weekend because... I don't know. I guess they're not saying a reason. Screw your concerns, I guess. Just why? Oh, speak for yourself. At least I'm not playing your stupid dead RPG games all the time, even at not a single night. That's interesting. I didn't take Michael for a gamer. And besides, I'm actually productive with my time. Imagine crouching in front of your computer like a gremlin. Dude. Couldn't be me. How about you? Are you joking? You? Productive? As if. What do you do in your spare time? I don't know, like drawing? You like to draw? Yeah. But I haven't had a chance to draw in a while, you know, because of what's going on right now. How about before? Seems pretty interesting. Do you have some drawings with you? Nah. Well, okay then. I think his eyes trail off. Do we have a pencil or paper here to draw? In any case, I think this is good for now. It's important to be well rested, and it's not like we're in a rush considering the afternoon time frame. Guys! What? Dinner? Everyone's eyes are on Sari now. I am kind of getting hungry too. Same, dude. Likewise. Try not to eat all the food, fatso. I'm not fat. Yeah, what? Thomas lets out a dismissive chortle as I'm questioning their friendship. Are you just gonna take that, Michael? Just take? Robbie, this guy looks like he'd eat it too. What the fuck? Just shut up already! It's not my fault that I'm heavy, okay? Excuses. And jeez, can we calm down, please? Hey, if it makes you feel any better, Sari's a little more vacuum. Or, hey, that's not true. Yo, what is going on? This feels It's not true, my ass. If that's the case, where do you hide all my cupcakes, Sari? It's definitely not your stomach, right? Okay, we've hit an urban Natsuki. What is going on? Where do you hide my damn cupcakes, Sari? She pouts. Meanies, you're all meanies. I knew it was Sayori. What was up with that? The fat ass What was up with that? This feels uncalled for. Like, this whole thing feels strangely just strange and uncalled for. Like, what was that? Bad writing? I guess. I don't know. Which is strange considering how it's like. And considering that, again, we had a decision that's making me question if I even made the right choice or not. So there is good writing here. And, like, these characters do have established personalities, so what is happening? It's not my fault your cupcakes are so good. Don't you mean so good? She says that when she eats them. Hey, Monica chuckles to herself. Alright, I think that's enough. Let's just ration out the food we took earlier. I'm getting hungry. If we need to talk about anything else, we can do it later. We've gone through everything important. So as it stands right now, here are our plans tomorrow. Thomas, Robbie, and Yuri will be going to the school to gather supplies. Michael should probably scout some good areas for cars. I'll probably go with him. Him actually hotwiring the cars should probably happen sometime later. After we map out the area, we can discuss that tomorrow. Those remaining will stay here, finding ways to reinforce the house. Are we all good with that? Before anyone can say anything, Sari pipes up, exasperated with the endless discussion. Guys? Food? Let's end it here. Yes! Looking around, everyone seems to be in agreement. Yeah, we can discuss these things tomorrow. Okay, everyone, I guess that'll be our meeting for today. To try and maintain some sense of normalcy. Canned beans do not get enough credit. They're filling and last a long time. They don't go bad either. They're just that. They don't go bad, but they're not necessarily good. Just enough. I've never had just canned beans before, so I can't really say for sure. Sprinkle some salt in there and you'd be set. We don't have any salt, though, which is quite unfortunate. And I guess I'll be living like this for a while, but that's the least of our worries. The 7 of us sit around in a circle, abandoning the table, silently agreeing that only having 2 of us sitting on the chairs would be both awkward. Kinda makes him feel intimidating, like, oh? Or, you know, like someone going, hey, and it's like, what? Looking down, like, yeah, no. Eating our canned beans in silence, I look around. Today's been a long day. I see it in the others' faces. They aren't trying to show it, but they're definitely feeling tired through their makeshift smiles. Yeah, smiles. Yup. Uh-huh. The smiles that flicker in and out. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Never mind. And on top of that are 2 new friends, Thomas and Michael. I don't know how to feel about them. I don't know. Yeah, Michael seems pretty antagonistic. Thomas can have some out-of-pocket moments, so I don't know. Thomas, he's definitely more calm than Michael. Easier to get along with, some signs of cynicism, and a lot more pragmatic, but I don't know. It might be a bit of a weakness, but kind of hard to tell at this point. In any case, even with the little I know about them, I'm confident that they're good people, or at least trying. I don't know if the girls share my opinion, though. Yeah, I don't know if... My plastic spoon dries against the bottle of the empty. What about Michael? I mean, I guess we didn't really get to know him as much as we got to know Thomas, so never mind. Scraping at what's left, I gather the lonely remains, the traces of the leftover gray beans. So that'll be it for today. From the corner of my eye, I see Sari sticking to herself. It's so funny. Hey, what did Bean say to his friend? Oh no. The others look at her, surprised by the interruption. Hey, it's been a while. How have you been? Monika stares blankly. Natsuki groans. Can you just let us eat in peace? Well... natural response. It's new. Yuri starts chuckling. Thomas, stop. Just stop. Oh my god. Come on. He just... What? I agree, stop. Like right now. Yeah, how dare you engage in camaraderie? For shame. What the hell? Why? Do you have something against vegetables? I think you're the one who has to can it. Excuse him for trying to lighten up the mood with Sarah, you know? Actually play along with her joke so that, you know, it doesn't just fall completely flat. Come on. I can't help but laugh at that one. Sarah beaming gives me a smug grin. Yeah, beat it. Christ, this is stupid, but all these jokes about greens, they're honestly too corny. Blank stares across the room. Light chuckling breaks through. Oh, for a second I thought that one just fell completely flat. Like, dude, that was horrible. You are not good at this at all. Oh, but that landed. I smile. Gotta go clean up. Leaving the group behind, I head towards the kitchen. Taking stock of our resources. Cans of fruits and knives, water bottles, and the 2 guns between us all. The others brought more with them, but their stuff is in their bags. With the things we have now, keeping in mind that there's 7 of us, we should probably be able to last 3 to 4 days. Not bad, but that does put us in a bit of a time crunch. That's something we'll hopefully be able to resolve tomorrow. I place my empty can into the sink. Hey, did I ever tell you guys about the time Robbie and I went to the zoo together? I know where this is going, and I think I should head back before she finishes that story. They do not need to know about the gorilla incident. I mean, I kind of want to know. What's that? It's only been an hour, but it's unusually dark outside. Natsuki said she was going to head to bed, so did Sari. Monika, Michael, and Yuri are playing a game of Uno that Sari brought from her house. Damn it! You might just be bad at this game. Nonsense! Most of the lights are turned off so that we'd be less conspicuous from the outside. The electrical lamps we found in one of the closets managed to light the room up just fine. We agreed that we'd take turns sleeping just to be safe, and the fact that we didn't, one of us would have to sleep on the hardwood floor, on enough soft surfaces. In any case, I thought it was a good idea. Thomas is at the door, peeking through the glass panes, vigilant. I won! You know what, I think I'm gonna take a quick break. Tired of losing? Yes! I mean, no, never mind. What are you looking at? Nothing. Better change the subject. Talk about something other than Uno. I was just wondering. Yeah, what do you think of Thomas? What do you think of Thomas? Well, I've known Thomas for quite a bit. I met him after I met John, so a good few years. Here's 3, maybe? Pretty all-around good guy. Sometimes a dick, but who isn't? That's fair. But this guy, I can't tell if he's joking sometimes. His sarcasm pisses me off. There's only sometimes, though. Other times I can tell he's joking. So I'd say he's a good guy, like, 40% of the time? 50% might be pushing it, though. Okay, I need to distinguish voices. This is the Natsuki voice. This is the Michael voice. Natsuki. Michael. I don't know. I think I'm making them too gravelly. Might be pushing it, though. I'm gonna deepen it. Why'd you guys help us earlier? That was my idea. Well, yeah, Thomas told me, but why? Should I tell you? Why not? Well, you guys were in danger, so why not? Besides, it's good to have more people you can rely on. I'll be honest with you, Robbie. Y'all seem like pretty good people, and turns out I was right. You know, make sure the voices are distinguishable, so that Natsuki's voice can actually be distinguished from Michael's voice. I don't know if it sounds like too deep for the character. The importance is to distinguish them. Except Natsuki, though. God damn, what is your problem? She's nice once you get to know her. Well, I don't want to. If you change your mind, I'm sure she'd love to talk. That's doubtful. In all honesty, that's probably true. It's not even knowing us beforehand. You just randomly decided to save us? Michael seems genuinely confused at the question. Hey, it is what it is. Don't think about it too hard. And, you know, right now I'd be doing math homework. Actually, just kidding. Probably not. What type of things do you actually do? Let's see. Anime, He flinches slightly. Harsh. Well, I can't really say I was any different. Really? Well, no. I wasn't really interested in anime per se. More of a video game guy myself. Me and the boys would go on group calls and play games until the sun went down. Sometimes until it came back up again. Because sleep deprivation is great. That can't be good for your health. I'll be sleeping plenty when I'm dead. That is incredibly morbid. Especially when you're around friends, it's about enjoying life. Kicking back and not worrying about stuff. He gazes beyond the wall behind me. Simpler times? I guess you could say that. What else do you do other than being a weeb? Firstly, I'm not, and what else? Maybe poetry? You write poems? I was in the literature club, so we were to do things like that pretty often. That sounds boring as shit. Well, there's more to it than that. Such as eating cupcakes. Fun guy. Hey, I enjoyed my time there. You said it yourself. It's about being around friends you can trust. Like, your gaming sessions. Someone else might find them boring, too. You know? The type where it doesn't matter what you do because they're just there. So they mean a lot to you? Of course. Michael puts his hand on my shoulder. I get you. And if you say it like that, they can't be too bad. Help! Someone help me, please! What was that? Thomas flings the door open, rushing outside. What the hell happened? I look around. Monica and Yuri stand, alerted by the blood-curdling scream. Come on, get off your ass! Right! Thomas, where are you? He's over here! I rush towards Yuri's voice and start to turn. Wait, don't come! Michael, Monica, and I arrive at the scene. Behind Thomas lays a recently deceased corpse, a puncture wound on his head. Bloody knife in hand, Thomas is frozen in place, staring at us with empty eyes. A girl is kneeling next to the now rotting body. Thank you. Thomas, are you alright? New party member, acquired, potentially, I don't know. He doesn't answer and simply grips his neck tighter. Will he save me from that man just right now? She approaches us. The name's Zoe. It's awfully quiet. You are the person that the old man was talking about! Monica extends her hand. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Zoe. My name's Monica. Hi, Mary. Nice to make your acquaintance. Thomas, why aren't you talking? How about you? What's your name? I'm Robbie. Glance over at Thomas, still lost in thought. Physically, he seems fine. Not a single drop of blood on him. And you? Hold on, shut up for a second. Hey, that wasn't very nice. Great, I'm sure we can talk about that later. Thomas, you feel like talking? You look kind of pissed. Yeah, I'm fine. Monica frowns, but dismisses the non-committal answer nonetheless. What are you doing out here, Zoe? I got lost. I was trying to find something to eat. I thought it'd be a good idea to come out when it was dark. You know, so that I wouldn't be seen. Well, I've got some food in the house over there, and we plan to get some more supplies with Robbie and Thomas tomorrow. Yeah, I'd love to join you guys. Zoe looks down, gripping her stomach. You feeling okay? Yeah, I don't know. Just feeling a little off. Haven't eaten all day. Go inside. He finally speaks. That would be a good idea. It's not safe out here. Let's continue our chat indoors. It's been very quiet, but that could change quickly. We turn and make our way back to the house. Monica, Yuri, Michael, and me. Turn around. Thomas stays in place. Aren't you coming? Go on without me. I'll be there shortly. You're not... What could have him so worried? Do you know that girl from somewhere? No. Hey, dumbass Robbie, what are you two doing over there? Hey, so can I talk to you for a second? What's up? Thomas looks at the rest of the group. I just wanted to talk to Zoe in private for a bit. I think we've met somewhere before. Oh, I thought for a second... But you just said, go inside, Robbie. We can talk about this later. Please don't take too long. Don't worry about it. It's nothing too important. Zoe makes her way over, and I get ready to join the rest of the group. But as I pass her, I notice that light mark on her shoulder, previously hidden by the darkness. Oh. What did you want to talk? I make my way inside, making sure to not look back. What are you doing? Wait. I'm sorry. Wait, I don't feel so good. Hey! What's happening over there? This isn't good. Rushing back outside, we see Zoe falling over, clutching her chest. Mixture of dark red sewage ejects from her mouth. Violently coughing, she starts convulsing. Is she okay? What happened? Thomas? I think I can help her. I know first aid. Don't come any closer! Everyone stops in their tracks. We remain motionless, watching as Zoe suffers. Help me. Okay, Michael, what do you think we should do? I mean, you're the one constantly suggesting we should do more for her, so what do you think we should do? And after a while, she stops. Is she dead? What the hell just happened right now? I don't know. Do you have something in mind? I don't know. What do you think, Michael? Thomas probably saw this coming. He probably didn't want us to see him end her. But if that was the case... Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. She's down on the ground in a pool of her own blood and stomach contents. Thomas was too late. But it isn't his fault. There was nothing he could have done. I looked down at Zoe's lifeless... Wait. Look out! Oh, God! Thomas grabs her neck, quickly stabbing Zoe in the back of her head. Her extended arm twitches. She inches forward. Thomas stomps on the back of her knees, burying the knife in her once more. I'm starting to wonder if we made the right choice with the gun. Considering Thomas hasn't used it at all, but, you know, there's a time and place. A gun is a more ranged weapon and there's limited ammo, so... Yeah, that's fair. She's trapped against the floor like a rag doll. Her now truly lifeless limbs are splayed across the concrete sidewalk. Are you okay? Yeah? Let's head back in now. Right. Thomas walks past us, scowling. Hey, what happened out there? We could hear something was going on, and why does Thomas look like complete shit? Are you guys alright? The two of us are greeted by sour faces. Thomas locks the door behind him, immediately slumping down against it. There was a situation, we handled it, go back to sleep. Natsuki looks over at the rest of us, concerned. You said you knew her? I lied. Never seen her in my life. I saw a bite mark on her shoulder. I don't think she noticed. What? Why pretend to know her, though? You couldn't have her enter the house, also it wouldn't be good if she panicked. Obviously, that didn't work. I made a mistake. I froze up. I was too slow in my execution. Uh-oh. I don't think you answered my question. If they really hadn't met before, Zoe would have been curious. She would have it in her head that talking to Thomas alone would be a good idea, and pretending to know her, acting friendly, and lower her guard. I didn't notice before, but Thomas is way more calculated than I thought, thinking very quickly. I'm glad he's on our side. Wait, you haven't actually explained what's happened yet. Who are you talking about? It's probably better if you didn't know, and I'm sorry you guys had to see that. Thomas, go to sleep. I could stay and watch for a bit. I thought you were gonna Michael, I thought you were going to comment on what we could have done for her, you know? You've kept on mentioning that we should have done more for John. What could we have done for Zoe? You know, for the future, you know? So that we can be more prepared for incidences like this. You know, so that we can all be, as a group, ready to handle the situation if it arises. We can ask tomorrow. We don't need that answer right now. When that happened and we could have done something. That's a good idea. Get some rest. I know, right? I'll take the next watch, so I'll just stay up and keep Michael company for a bit. But for the rest of you guys, you all should go to sleep. We have a long day tomorrow. But Monica's right, Natsuki. We shouldn't press the issue too hard. Fine. That goes for you too, Robbie. This game is interesting that I haven't asked how long this mod is. Oh yeah. I don't really know. I do know that it's long enough to warrant it being in at the very least 2 parts. I'm thinking that if I were to estimate, I think it'll end after the heist. Potentially, I don't know. We'll see what happens. The others starting up. Make sure Thomas is okay, yeah? Of course. Come on, let's go. We head to the living room. Thomas lies down on one of the couches. I follow suit. Hey, man. No. No? I'll be fine. We can talk about it sometime in the future. I'm not in the mood right now. I'm here if you want to talk. Thomas turns around to face the couch cushions. I guess that's the end of our discussion. I look up at the roof, hearing the distant murmurs of the girls upstairs and the 2 watching the door. It must have taken a toll on Thomas. Everything piling up, things not going his way, having to deal with these infected. They were people. What happened with Zoe was a reminder of that. They're already dead, but that doesn't change the facts. Killing people who had memories. People who have enjoyed picnics with their families. People who have suffered loss. People who had others that loved them. Real people who would miss them. And to survive, we have to throw that all away. Yeah. They're different. They become something entirely different. Unrecognizable if it weren't for the features of their face. Without any control, it's all taken from them. They're just walking aimlessly. Walking reminders of the lives that have been taken and the stories we'll put an end to. Right now we're stumbling towards nothing. An aimless journey with no end. I close my eyes. I'll see what the others think tomorrow. I'm glad they're here. this is a pretty good place to stop. I think I saw the logo. Let me check the settings in the main menu, see what the save files are. Where would that... Okay, do we want to... Continue chapter, what would that do? Tell that it's still dark out. Okay, good, so we are good to quit at this point. Because this is a pretty good stopping point, so... Pretty interesting mod in terms of it. There is clearly being effort put into it. There's a bunch of animated stuff, and there's quick time events. It's kind of like... It's like a Telltale game in that way, you know? So... See what other... So, hopefully, so this Friday, more of the Let This Dream Be Forever mod. See more of how it's going to try and be philosophical. And then next week, might finish Walking Doki. I'll have to, like chapter 1, I'll have to check and see how long it is. So, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.